So if you happen to look at your Steam or logged in, they just announced a stream deck. For some reason I want to say a stream deck, like it's just kind of a habit because I have a stream deck and they've been very popular and a lot of people have them. But this is called the Steam Deck. If you have Steam and you logged into Steam, you were able, it was probably the first thing that they were kind of advertising at the very top. Now this concept seems pretty cool, right? Like to me personally, that I'm a PC gamer and I mainly utilize Steam to play all my games. You know, there's a lot of other clients that you can play video games from, whether it's Epic Games, Battle.net. I mean, the list can go on and on, but Steam is usually one of the most popular ones, at least that's been heard of. I want to say maybe the Epic Game Store, even though that's a more newer one, but with the blow up of Fortnite, it kind of made it into its own thing now. But I don't know. Regardless, Steam Deck, I'm going to read through all of this stuff a little bit because I've skimmed through it and I still don't know like how it's actually going to play games from your library. But as far as I can tell, you're not going to need anything. You just, you sign in. I mean, obviously you need the console, but you sign in every game that you have on, on your PC, you'll be able to play it. But I hope that it's not the way that it is now because it doesn't really work too well, at least for me. Because I do not have a very good PC at all. I'm still able to play games, but for some reason, I tried the whole Steam, I don't know what it's called. It's like the Steam thing to where you can play all your games on over Wi-Fi. And or over internet regardless. And I have really good internet, 1,000 down, 1,000 up. My latency usually on most games is between 10 to 20, depending on the game, depending on where the servers are located. But whenever I play anything that's cloud-based or it involves my computer to be running, I have a hard time actually playing that game. I've used the NVIDIA because I have the NVIDIA Shield, and I've used the NVIDIA, I don't know what it's called. I think it's GeForce Experience or something. You can kind of download games and play from the NVIDIA Shield, and the NVIDIA Shield is sort of powerful enough to play games from the cloud that NVIDIA has there if you've purchased them. And I purchased a few and they run really well on there. I have no problems running my games there, but I do not want to buy every single game that I have on Steam just so I can be able to play it on the Shield TV, right? And the Google Stadia stuff, I don't know how well that works. I haven't looked too much into it. Some people said it works really well. Some people say it doesn't work really well. So, I think that's subscription based. So I like the concept of this, not for super try hard gaming, but every now and then you kind of want to sit back, lay down, play a couple of Rocket League games. I think it'd be perfect, right? It's already a controller in a sense, like the Nintendo Switch, and you can kind of get used to the controls, right? Playing on a littler screen, just to have a good time and relax. But imagine being able to play other games as well, right? Risk of Rain 2. Imagine playing Rust. I don't know if it's going to support every game. I'm assuming it says every game that you have on Steam. So if that means every game that you have is going to basically accept controllers simply because, that's what you're going to be using on the Steam Deck. But I don't know. I'm going to read a little bit more into it. I'm just going to not read everything, but kind of skim through it and see the important stuff because I'm curious as to what kind of screen it is. If it's a low resolution screen, is it at least a 1080 or is it 1440 OLED screen? Probably not. The price that it showed at the beginning, I think it's at $399. Doesn't seem like it's going to be a very good screen because usually these screens tablets or phones and stuff like that are very expensive when they have OLED or AMOLED display screens and stuff like that. But we'll see. But let's see what it has to say. Real gamepad controls, comfort, thumbsticks. I don't know how comfortable this is going to be, but I don't really have a problem. With any controller, I can just get used to it by playing it over and over, so it doesn't really matter to me. But the design of it looks, it looks okay. It doesn't look terrible. I'm liking what they're showing that it's, well, actually I think it's just all black, to be honest. I don't know, they might have different colors. I'll see on the reserve button. But from what I'm looking at the pictures, it seems like it's all black. It has a Nintendo Switch to work like movement. So I never found that very useful at all. I don't really use it. 7-inch touchscreen. I mean, that's usually on most screens. Trackpad. Okay. So they have like a video here, kind of like a GIF. I don't know how the proper way to pronounce them. To where it's showing a gameplay of someone playing it, and this looks pretty good. Like, I personally do want a decent resolution, portability. I remember playing the PSP a long time ago, and I think that was way ahead of its time. But just not a lot of games were coming out on it, right? And I always wanted a portable console to where you can play the games that you actually have on your console. And Nintendo Switch was the one that implemented that very well. The problem is Nintendo, personally for me, does not have a lot of games to where I'm constantly picking up my Nintendo Switch to go play. And Xbox used to be that for me, but I no longer even use my Xbox or my PlayStation. Like, I'm mainly on my PC playing games like Valorant, Rocket League, Risk of Rain 2, Rust, any type of like simulator building type game. Like these games, not competitive ones, but kind of like Rust can be pretty fun on this. Risk of Rain 2 or any like the Binding of Isaac, stuff like that, building games, simulation type games, Astroneer, right, exploration, survival games can be really fun if you just want to like sit back, lay down, or even take it with you sometimes, like on a trip, and be able to play. Like, they make this seem like it's going to be portable. I don't know how true that is, because you need connection for all of this, right? I'm assuming that none of this is going to work unless you're on a good Wi-Fi, or else like it doesn't really make sense. So that's what I'm just kind of curious of how it works, because on tablets you can have a cellular data. Let's see, fast storage, expandable I/O, wireless. Wi-Fi keeps you connected to the world, and Bluetooth allows for a wide variety. Okay. Fast suspend resume. Okay, 40-watt battery, hi-fi audio. Expand your library with the micro SD card. Use your deck as a PC because it is one. I don't know, it looks pretty cool. I don't think I'm going to get one. I'm going to wait for reviews for sure, but like I like the concept, right? Play with all your accessories. Okay, so you can kind of connect controllers to it, and I'm assuming you could probably connect the mouse and keyboard. It can be plugged into your TV. Okay, so like the Nintendo Switch, basically. But if you're going to do... I mean, I guess it's a smaller version. Let's see. So the other thing that I'm curious as... Because with the Nintendo Switch, whenever you plug it into the TV, it automatically turns into like a 1920 by 1080p screen. Not the actual handheld console, but it goes to your monitor, like the output that it can do. I wonder how this is going to work, if it's going to be able to output 4K. Because if it can literally already do 4K or even 1440p, and it doesn't really use hardware from your computer, like your computer specs are not reliant on how well this device is going to work, then this is already a buy for me, simply because it's easier to move around the portable console and connect it to a TV than it is to move around a PC and unplug everything, unless like your setup is all in one room and you have like your big old TV screen, your projector, and your monitors, and you can kind of connect your PC to all of these things. But someone like me who has like a separate place to watch TVs and a separate place to play games, I mean, most of the time I'm playing games and watching TV from the same place, but still, like, portability is pretty cool if you can just connect it and automatically be able to get like at least a clear HD resolution that's not limited to like a 720p. Like, I would take 1080p and 144 FPS, but it doesn't really seem to say anything about that when you plug it in. It just says you're able to do that. So I guess we're gonna have to wait and see. Okay, there's a dock on it too, and it has like ports on here. So yeah, I mean, that's how you're gonna... I like how this looks though, because you can connect it like via Ethernet, which the Nintendo Switch kind of took a while to do that. So it's showing more gameplay of what you can play. Factorial. See, these are the games that I will be playing on this. It just seems really fun. Like, to me, it's just worth it already, but it really depends. Like, it depends how it actually works, right? Like, I'm not going to take their word for it. Obviously, they're trying to sell you. Get your hands on it. So it's coming in December 2021. So this year. So it's pretty cool. Let me see. Let me look at the tech specs. It has schematics, pictures of where all the stuff is, where you can put the micro SD card. Let's see the processors, the storage, Controls display here. Okay, here goes the display. So it's 1280 by 800. So it's very low res, and it's only 7 inches diagonally. Okay, so the refresh rate is 60. I think the Nintendo Switch is also 60, right? I don't think it's 30. Touch enable, yeah. So it's not really like a good screen, but I mean, it's small, right? But then again, like most of our phones, I have a Note 10, and like it's a 1440p AMOLED display, which already looks like very vibrant, and like the blacks look amazing. But these portable consoles all seem to have like terrible screens. But like I said, they will probably have to increase their price to be able to do something like that. So let me keep going down. Connectivity, Wi-Fi. Okay, so that's the only option, Wi-Fi. Channels, okay, they're going to have... okay, they do have a headphone jack. Multi-audio via DisplayPort, okay. And USB-C or standard USB-C cable or Bluetooth. Let's see, power, expansion, size and weight, software, operating system, Steam OS. Okay, so what about, so let's go to the software, see what this says. So you're going to be able to do everything you can from Steam on this portable device. Cloud saves community store. You'll be able to check out the store page. Remote play, stream games from your home PC directly to your deck no matter where you're at. Okay, so if it's going to be this, like the way they say this, it makes it sound like you have to like have your PC on. It's basically no different than me just playing on my phone the way that I used to do it, because as long as you have the games on your PC and then you connect it from the Steam app, and I don't know if it's the same app, but I used to be able to play like games on my phone, and then Steam kind of connects to it over your internet, and the game turns on your phone, but it also opens up on your computer, and I don't like that. So if it's going to be that same concept, I don't see the purpose, at least for me, to be getting this at all. So I don't know if this is just an extra thing that you can do, or this is going to be the main way that this thing works. Like imagine if your power goes out and you're like staying at someone else's house, is it going to have to like, I don't know. I'm not like, it doesn't make sense to me yet, but we'll see. Start playing a PC game and pick up right where you left off. Right here it says cloud saves. So I'm assuming it's just I don't know, man. I'm like super confused. We're going to have to wait. So yeah, I think that's all there really is. Let me keep looking through the software. So these games that they're showing are pretty cool. Most of these games will be the games that I will be playing. Obviously, you don't want to play competitive games, but if you could, hey, you'll still be able to. I like the UI. It's very, simple, just like the big picture mode, basically. Steam Deck just works. No matter how you prefer to interact. Thumbsticks, okay, just works. Navigation. I'll just look at the navigation. You don't need directions. Quick access, important stuff. Okay. Search, gameplay. Keep your head in the game. The Steam overlay has been overhauled to give you access to more Steam features while you're gaming. Okay. Another game that I would probably play. Okay, a new Steam operating systems. All right, so there's really not much else that's showing on here except for reservations. Open July 16, which is tomorrow. I mean, it says I can reserve now, though. Okay, so here are you have 3 options. In the middle, the 529 option, the 530, is basically the one to at least get the 399. You only get, 64 gigabytes, but it doesn't have like an SSD, which I think it's worth it. So the next price is 530, which you get faster storage. And I mean, it comes with the carrying case, which I mean, I'm not going to need personally, but exclusive Steam community profile bundle. And then there's the 650 version, which I mean, it could be worth it. Faster storage, premium anti-glare. Okay, so it has a different coating in glass. Exclusive carrying case, exclusive virtual keyboard theme. So you're going to be able to have a keyboard theme layout. I don't think like none of this. The only way this is worth it is for the SSD. But yeah, reservations will open Friday. So tomorrow. Wait, is tomorrow Friday? Yeah, it is. Tomorrow is Friday. Okay. Portability meets power. So it shows you the chip that they're using. Your Steam library anywhere. Once you log into Steam, your entire Steam library shows up just like any other PC. You'll be able to find your collections and favorites exactly where you left them. control with confirm. There's a dog too. Okay, so why is there a reservation fee? Okay, so here's some questions. If you frequently ask questions, why is my account not able to place it? Okay, how does the reservation work? When will I be able to order? Can I cancel? What regions? How many Steam Decks can I reserve? One Steam Deck can be reserved and order per customer. All right, let's see. Are there any restrictions? Okay, no. Do I need a Steam account to use Steam Deck? The default Steam Deck experience requires a Steam account. It's free. Games are purchased and downloaded using the Steam store. That said, Steam Deck is a PC, so you can install third-party software and operating systems. Okay, so I'm assuming, like, the way they're talking about this, I'm assuming it's just going to be cloud-based and play right off the actual console. If that's the case, I may end up getting one. What if I'm not able to? Okay, is the reservation queue regional? Can I change which Steam Deck I purchase? When will I change? Okay, does the reservation fee? Okay. So that's really all the information that I see about this. There's some things that I want to know. Well, there's a lot of things that I want to know. And I definitely want to know, like, how well are these games going to play, how it actually works, for more information. So, yeah, I'm just very curious. Yeah, I don't really see any other information about this console, but hopefully some people get their hands on it soon. That way we can actually get some reviews and stuff like that of how it's going to work. See if it's going to be good. I think the potential is there. And even if this kind of fails and it's not good, hopefully the next version, because they're probably just going to make another version. I mean, Steam has been making like their move to portability. Like they went with the whole mobile thing. I think they had like a little box that you can connect to the TV so you can play games from your actual computer, but you have to have your computer on, which is the same thing as just playing it from over the internet, right? Except you're doing it on a little device that you can connect to another TV or something. So hopefully this is a step in the right direction for like just another layer of being able to play games whenever you just want to relax. Maybe you're sick or you're out of town or something, right? It's not really like to do hardcore things, or at least competitive games, but you can still like very much game if it works as I think it may work, but we're not going to know. I mean, yeah, I guess we'll find out. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about this a little bit. So yeah, the Steam Deck, I'm half and half excited about it, right? Like a little bit of me is like, if it's good, I hope that it's good. But the other part of me is kind of like, well, if it's not, well, whatever. It's not like I had anything before this anyways, but hopefully other companies start kind of doing this. Like Nintendo Switch is the only one that has like a console and it's portable. Like imagine if the PlayStation 5 was, you were able to play like exclusives mobile and stuff like that, or Xbox. But we'll see. I think like they're trying to push the cloud-based stuff. It just hasn't really landed. There's a lot of issues with it. Like with Google Stadia, there's like latencies and lags and delays and stuff like that it's kind of hard, and not a lot of people have really good internet. So it's not going to be for like the majority of people. And I don't think nothing's going to beat the experience of actually playing on a computer and an actual monitor with the mouse and a keyboard. That's not going to change, like at least not for me. But as popular as mobile gaming is, I think they're trying to push into that market to where the mobile community can kind of be like, oh, okay, now this is portable enough for me to use, you know? And I don't mind that, right? Like I would want something that's portable too, just to play when I don't want to sit down on my computer. I think it's pretty cool just sitting back in the couch, having this device that you can play, or being able to connect it to any TV and be able to play off that. As long as your PC does not have to run, I think this could be a win for this device, for the Steam Deck. But only time will tell. We'll see when it releases at the end of this year in December. We'll see how well the pre-orders do, and we'll see if it gets good reviews whenever content creators start getting them and start talking about it and showing off like how it works and stuff. So yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about. Hopefully you have a lovely rest of your night or day, and talk to you next time.